What's going on, guys? Tatiani Favors here, your tax business coach. And in today's video, we are going to be debunking some myths. Yes, some tax business myths. Why? Because I'm sick of y'all, okay? I am sick of what I'm hearing out here in these social media streets, okay? And y'all need to be led the right way. So I have 5 myths that we're going to debunk today. That doesn't mean that there aren't 83,000 more, but today we're going to do 5, okay? And let's go ahead and get started. Myth number 1, okay, is that you need a background in taxes to start a tax business. Myth number 1 is that you need a background in taxes to start a tax business. And I'm here to tell you that, wrong answer, that is not the truth. Okay, that is not the truth. With the right resources, the right guidance, and determination, anyone can learn the ropes in launching a successful tax business. Okay, you don't need to know how to prepare a tax return in order to own a profitable tax business, especially how I teach. Okay, especially how I teach. I develop individuals into business owners, not tax preparers, not self-employed individuals, but actual owners of tax businesses. Okay, so you don't even have to be the one preparing the taxes in your own company in order to own a profitable tax business, how I see it. But even if you do want to learn how to prepare taxes, you can prepare those taxes. You can learn how to prepare those taxes. There's so many training options out there, training websites, things that you uh who have trainings, I guess, that you can take to learn how to actually file a tax return if that is what you want to do. I know a lot of you say, oh, I have to have a degree, I have to have formal education, I have to have all of these things in order to start a tax business, and it's just false. This is what mainly this video is for. A lot of you want to join the taxation industry, but you have all of these stopping points that you've put up, all of these barriers that you have put up so you can not move forward. And today I'm going to be breaking down all of those barriers. So don't even trip if you do not have any prior experience in tax preparation, if you do not have a formal education in taxes, or if you don't have any tax prep experience. I think I already said that, but we're going to say it twice for the punch of it all. Then you can still own a profitable tax business. Okay. Myth number two, that starting a tax business is too risky. That starting a tax business is too risky. Let me tell y'all. Like, as opposed to starting any other business, because any business you decide to start has a risk factor to it. Let's just call a spade, guys. So starting a tax business is not more or less risky than starting anything else that you've never done before. Okay. But let me tell you this, with a solid plan and the right support, you can minimize those risks and maximize your success. Okay. That is what my memberships are for. That's what Tax Boss Academy is for. That's what I stand on, is to make sure that you are minimizing your losses and maximizing your successes. Why? Because you get the opportunity to learn from someone like me, 18 years in the taxation industry, how to do certain things and how to avoid certain things and what to put your energy into, because been there, done that, found success, taught other people, they found success. So now I'm sitting here telling y'all the game. Okay. So don't think that it's too risky, like something else is less risky. Everything takes a risk. Anything you've never done before is going to be risky. So I want to eliminate that out of y'all, like judo chop that out of your mind, because everything is going to be risky. Okay. Everything is going to be risky. But like I said, if you have the right support, the right plan, you can succeed in this industry. Period, point blank. Okay. Number three, this might be my favorite one. Number three, the market is too saturated. The market is too saturated. Oh my gosh, it's too saturated. Let me tell you, the taxation industry is only saturated. Bring it a little closer. If you come into this industry doing what everybody else is doing, then it becomes very saturated. Look at social media, for example, during quarter 4 of every single year. Quarter 4 is prime time marketing for the upcoming tax season, right? And by the way, that's why I start so early. Tax Boss Academy opens in March for in preparation for the upcoming year. Mind Your Tax Biz membership just launched in May. Okay, preparing for the upcoming tax season because quarter 4, like I said, is prime time marketing season for tax professionals, right? For the upcoming tax year. But just scroll down and look at scroll down your timeline and look at all the marketing from last year, quarter 4, in preparation for this past upcoming tax season. You're going to see a lot of the same bleep, a lot of the same sugar honey iced tea. You're going to see that all of these tax professionals sound alike. They almost look alike. Their messaging is similar. Let me see. Look, my battery finna go dead. My fault, y'all. Their messaging is similar. Okay. They're saying the same thing. They might just have a different logo and different colors and different brand colors. This company A might be blue and green. Company B might be yellow and black. But they all sound alike. Why does this happen? This happens for a few reasons. I'll go over maybe a couple right now. One, the owner did not take the time to understand what separates themselves from everyone else who wants to prepare taxes and everyone else who does prepare taxes. Because when you take the time as a business owner, that's what people fail to understand. When you enter into this business, your primary goal is not to just prepare taxes. Okay. It's to be it's to run a profitable business. It's to be a successful business owner, a successful CEO, a successful individual in charge of a company that just so happens to be in the taxation industry. So you yourself, as the owner, as the CEO of your own company, you have to sit down somewhere and make some decisions and think real hard on what makes you different from everyone else. Yes, you're offering the same core service, which is tax preparation, right? But why should someone come get their taxes prepared by your company versus someone else's company? To figure out what that thing is and to be able to effectively communicate that with your audience so that it resonates with them. We spend a lot of time on flushing that out with my Tax Boss Academy members and the Mind Your Tax Biz membership as well, because that is the separating factor. So when people lack that, they just copy what they see other people doing. They copy what they see everyone else doing, but they don't even know that what other people are doing don't even really work for real. Quiet is kept. You heard it here first. Okay. So while everyone is copying everyone else, that doesn't work. That doesn't work for everybody. Okay. So if you want to come in this industry to do the exact same copy paste thing that everyone else is doing, then yes, this industry is oversaturated. But if you can come into this industry and do something that and pave your own lane, create your own lane, and run your tax business like no one else can run your tax business because it is yours, then you will find success for sure. Okay. Number 4, because y'all like these shorter videos. So I'm trying to like keep it under 15 minutes for y'all. Y'all been thanking me over the past few videos, like, oh yes, this little video I can do. So I'm gonna try to keep it 15, 20 minutes at the max and less. Okay. But okay, tax biz myth debunked number 4. You need a large investment. You need a large initial investment in order to start a tax business. This is also 100% false. One thing that I will say is that you will probably spend more money on learning how to save money and learning how to properly start and run a tax business than you would actually spending in your business. Why do I say that? Because, say, for instance, you join my coaching program, which, shameless plug, you should, because I get results over here and I got the receipts to prove it. IJS is not bragging if it's true. You will pay a coach or a company to show you what you don't and to save you what you don't need to pay for in your business. Okay. So when you're figuring things out yourself and going to YouTube University and yeah, okay, yes, you're subscribed to this channel. Yes, you're watching this video now. Yes, you might be taking notes. Yes, you might save this video. Yes, this video is giving value. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with learning things from the internet for free. But if someone like me is giving A1 information for free, what do you think the paid for information is going to look like? But also, when you are going to things like YouTube University or whatnot, you're still figuring things out on your own because you have information, but then when it's time to execute, you're going to have questions. And you're going to say, oh, I found this and this. Which one should I choose? Which one should I spend my money on? What are my options? A lot of my students aren't even sure on what their options are. So they end up paying this or going after that or getting unnecessary things that they think they need that maybe they don't need at this time. Or maybe there is an alternative that's more in alignment with their budgets that they can adopt for now. Okay. So I always say you'll probably spend more money learning how to save your money in your tax business than actually starting your tax business if you're smart. Okay. If you're smart. Also, the another thing when we're talking about large initial investments, in order to really understand what your investment is, you have to understand what your expenses are. So, of course, depending on the type of tax business you have, of course, so for example, someone who wants a virtual tax business versus someone who wants a brick and mortar meaning an actual physical location. Of course, the physical location is going to be more money because you have to pay rent, you have to pay utilities, you have added expenses to this physical location versus the person who just has a virtual tax business. So, what type of tax business do you want? And understanding the expenses that comes with that type of tax business. Also, another rather large investment with the tax within this industry is your professional tax software. Now, your professional tax software, if you buy it 100% outright altogether, can run you between $1,000 and $1,500, right? But a lot of these software companies have programs that you can purchase the software in doses. Like, say, for instance, Drake, and I'm sure they still have it, but a few years ago, instead of you could buy the whole tax software for the season for about 1,500, 1,800, or you could spend $300 and it comes with 20 tax returns. Once you've exhausted those 20 tax returns, then you can buy another 20 or you can pay as you go after that. So I think it was like $20 each tax return after the initial 20. So you're making money, you're spending money, you're making money, you're spending money, but you're still in business. So most tax software companies have a program or an option that, okay, if you can't afford to spend four figures on your software, you can still use the software, but with a lower amount. And they have more of a pay as you go type of option, if you will. Okay. So y'all make sure when you're looking up prices to call, ask a representative, what are the options for payment? Do they have a pay as you go option? All of those things. Okay. You do not need a large investment. I know large can be subjective, but it's not that deep. Anything that you dream about in your tax business that you want to implement, you can implement it for less. There are stages to it. You can always upgrade. You can always enhance your software, your equipment, all of that. But you can also still get a lot done within your budget. You just have to create that budget and understand what your expenses are. Okay. So let's go ahead and debunk that. Last thing, myth number 5. It's too difficult. It's too difficult to learn the tax industry. Oh, it's so difficult. Oh, it's so difficult. Isn't it difficult going to a job where you're tolerated versus celebrated? Huh? Okay. Isn't it difficult working for someone who you know you're smarter than? Oh, it's so difficult. Oh, it's so difficult. If everything was easy, then everyone would be a multimillionaire and billionaire. Everything is difficult the first time you do it. When you were a baby, walking was difficult until you got the hang of it and you started running all over the place. When you started the job you have now, it might have been difficult. Now you be out to lunch on Instagram or YouTube watching my videos when you're supposed to be working because you know you could just get it done like that. It was difficult when you first learned how to make rice, but now it's pretty easy. What I'm saying is everything is difficult when you've never done it before. The first time you do it, the first time you try it. Okay. So don't count yourself out. That's what a lot of you are doing. You're putting all of these barriers up. Oh, it's difficult. Oh, the market is saturated. Oh, it's too risky. Oh, this, oh, that. I don't have the money. I don't, whatever. Do you want to change your circumstances or not? Do you want to be able to take care of your family in a manner that you haven't been able to up until this point or not? Do you want to leave something to your kids or the next generation or not? Do you want to go on vacations and all of that and live great and eat great and not have to worry about robbing Peter to pay Paul, to pay this bill, to pay that bill, to take away from this or not? Do you want additional time to spend with your family, with your kids, to go to their games and actually be attentive or not? Do you want your bank account to give you the blues every time you look at it or not? Like life is about decisions. And it's my job to knock down the barriers that you've put in front of yourself that has stopped you or even delayed you from moving forward with trying something that could be the best decision you've ever made. Okay, guys. So those are 5 myths. I'll probably do some more myths. I'm thinking about doing myths like every month or two. I'll see how y'all like this video or whatnot. I don't mean to yell at y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all very, very, very much. Okay. But those are the 5 myths that we're going to talk about. I'm gonna put in the description box the link to my new membership. I'm still accepting founding members, but that time is decreasing and slimming down by the day. Okay, a founding member means that you can join my Mind Your Tax Biz membership at a discounted rate. Okay, as we are getting it to the point that it really needs to be before I really bring it to market with the marketing dollars and the ads and all of that. you can join as a founding member. We've already started. We already have people in the group. We've already had our first meeting. Okay. We have monthly live meetings. They're already working on May's to-do list. Okay. Each month builds upon the next month. So by the time we get to December, all you're doing is crossing your T's and dotting your I's, preparing for the upcoming tax season. Okay. And another thing that this membership does is I'll say two things and then I'm out. One, it provides you with a sense of clarity for those people who are thinking about entering into the taxation industry, but they don't even know what it looks like to start their own tax business or to enter into the taxation industry. They might not even know exactly all what that means. And so we really go over all of that, all of those things, so you can see what that means as a whole and what that can mean for you, to see if this is even an industry that you want to join. But then also, if you've already been preparing taxes, you might not know your next step. You might not know the trajectory of your tax business. You might not know how you're going to grow your tax business. And so this membership also gives you the clarity that you need to understand exactly where you're going to be going. Okay, guys. So I'm going to put that in the description box so you can learn more about it. Register it. If you have any questions, y'all can always DM me on Instagram at Tatiani Favors. Write me, comment on here. We definitely write back. We definitely comment back. And of course, subscribe to this channel, share, do all the other YouTubey things that people tell y'all to do. What is it? Share, comment, save, subscribe, press the notification bell button, all that good stuff. Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.